I think maybe 10, 15 years ago, right, in that area.
Wow. And that was one of the stories that was relayed to me as an example as far as him and his humility. Did you expect me to bring up that story?
No.
What's up, gang? Today our humble hero is Robert Villapando. Robert was nominated by Lee. I've never met Robert before, so it took some time to get together. It took about 2 weeks before he met me, and he had no idea why we were meeting. Thank you, Lee, for nominating Robert as the humble hero. As I got to know him in this interview, he really is a humble hero. Thank you, Robert, for eventually saying yes to this interview. I really appreciate it, and I hope you like it. Enjoy the interview, gang. What's up, gang? This is Flat Top John here, and we're here from a Humble Hero segment of my channel. And I'm here with Robert Villapando, and he is our humble hero today. Robert, can you introduce yourself and give me some background?
Actually born in Germany, Frankfurt, Germany. My dad was in the service. My dad ended up coming to Hawaii about 1964 in that area. I served 18 years with the Hawaii National Guard. Retired in 1995. Meanwhile, I was with the Federal Fire Department over here in Oahu, and I started with them in 1976 and retired in December of 2012. So I had like 35 years plus, but fire department time, I had 35 years all fire department time.
35 years with the Federal Fire Department.
Yes, 35 years. Right before I retired, I started helping this lady in Pearl City, older lady, and I helped her yard. And what happened was other people started asking me to do their yard, and it just started escalating from there. And so I've been doing yards, and even till right now, I just turned 62 this year.
That is quite an accomplishment. Yeah, everything from your 35 years in the fire department, the Federal Fire, the National Guard, and what you're doing right now. And this leads me to why we're here, Robert. And first of all, let me ask you, did you expect me to show up and ask you this?
Oh no, I haven't. I never. I was going to ask you when you called me, but I said, okay, let me just see what's going on. All right.
Okay, folks, to give you some background, I received a nomination from him, and Lee had nominated you to be our humble hero. And the background I got is that this guy, Robert, him right here, he does extraordinary things. Aside from his already accomplished career, what you've already done, and what you continue to do. And I'm glad you shared some of that landscaping background, because I was told you do landscaping, you help people fix their cars, you're everybody you encounter. This is the things that was told to me. Okay, this is what was relayed from Lee, saying that, you know, this guy Robert, you got to get him. He's super humble. He never asks for anything. He never wants any kind of attention, no reward, no credit. Everywhere you go, you're always friendly. You're always striking up conversations with people. You're there to help them with whatever they need. There was a incident that I was told about, that somebody had broken down on the side of the road, and you repaired a tire, and you took it off of the tire had no rim, and you manually help that stranded motorist by manually putting on the tire onto a rim. And that's something hard to do, because people in the tire shop need one big machine. How did you do that day?
Yeah, I remember that day. I gave everything to the mighty Lord, and it was a New Year's Day, but it was right by the off ramp by the H1, by going towards the stadium side. They had a van was sticking out a little bit, and it kind of was a hazard. So I pulled over. I had one of my kids with me at that time, and so I got out and see what was going on. They had a spare tire, but the spare tire was in the rim for the van. But anyway, I busted the tire off the rim from both of the tires, the good tire and the defected tire, and then I put it on. They were really happy. They wanted to give me some money like that, and I thought, no, that's okay. It's okay, everything good. Just pass it on to other people. Mm-hmm. I remember that was like how many? I think maybe 10, 15 years ago, right, in that area.
Wow, and that was one of the stories that was relayed to me as an example as far as him and his humility. Did you expect me to bring up that story?
No.
See, it's those little things like that, viewers, that I look for. And I'm pretty sure he didn't expect me to bring up that story, but somebody remembered that, and they remembered that, and it had an impact on them. And this is why we do this, and this is why we feature people who I call humble heroes, people like Robert. At what point in your life, what was the biggest challenge you've ever encountered?
Well, in the beginning, it was, when you're young and you're not sure what direction you want to go to. So I felt that, okay, I'll just go into the service. Hey, what happened was I wound up just staying in there for 2 years. And then when I got out, then the recruiter came up to me and told me about the National Guard, because I was going to get out completely. And then, but he kind of told me, hey, it's on the weekend, this and that. So, but I wound up, listening to him, and I'm glad I did listen to him. And, I recommend that to anybody, that's in Hawaii or any other state, the Guard or the Reserve. The Guard was really good. If I had to do it again, I'll do it again. It's no problem. But then the fire department was as good as well. It did a lot for me from the time I started. I wound up, by the time I retired, I was a driver. Every scene is different, so it's kind of exciting on that, because every scene is going to be different. It's not going to be like a 8 to 5 job. I kind of favor all. I kind of favor all. Everything I did, I enjoyed it. So. And like I said, everything goes to him, mighty Lord.
That's awesome. What is the most rewarding or gratifying thing looking back on your career? What are the things that you've done?
Well, a lot of my friends in the fire department, some of them never made it to, to their, they never retired. They passed on while they were in the department, for health reasons, this kind of stuff. So, we're really fortunate that we could retire, retire and did our career and then enjoy our retirement. And we were with the grandkids, which I should be spending more time with my grandkids. I have 4 kids, like I said, but I get 13 grandkids.
Wow.
Yeah. Matter of fact, my kids, I have 4 kids, 2 girls, 2 boys. My oldest one is in the Hawaii, actually the Reserve right now, and my second boy is actually in the Hawaii National Guard. So they kind of took my footsteps of what I did from the beginning, and so they kind of keeping that on the back burners for themselves, because they have other jobs as well.
And what is your drive?
Well, like I said, everything is focused on him above. Without him, things not going to happen. So we lived in Japan in the 60s, and we lived there about 3 years. Like I was saying, my dad was in the service, whatnot. So we were with relatives of ours, and my grandma. I used to help my grandma over there. She used to get on her knees and clean the floors, and I was young yet, like 6, 7 years old in that area, but I was right beside her, helping her clean as well, and it's just I just had it. It's one of those things I always was taught to do right and work good and put all the pride on the side. I don't care even if I have to clean toilet bowls or whatever. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? Because we're all going to go one place.
Yeah.
It's not what you really did, but we're all going to be there one day.
I want to tell you, first of all, thank you for doing this interview. Thank you for allowing me to feature you. Yeah, and I want to thank Lee out there for nominating Robert here. And we want to thank you for being our humble hero, Robert. Thank you for all your accomplishments. Thank you for being so good to people and treating them so well, and doing these great things and not expecting anything in return. And we're really appreciative of everything you do. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. This is Flat Top John, and this is my Humble Hero segment here with Robert Villapando. Thank you for tuning in. If you like Robert and the things he's done and what he stands for, click the like button, please. And if you like my journey and the direction we're going in, subscribe to my channel, and as we find more humble heroes like Robert here. Thank you for tuning in. Bishop Tashaka.
Thank you.
How's that, gang? He's a good guy, huh? Like I said, I've never met him before. Again, thank you, Lee. Thank you, Robert. And viewers, if you have someone that you know, whether it's a relative or a friend, a classmate, a coworker, that one person that does great things, little things that mean a lot, and never seeks any attention, any rewards, or any credit, drop me an email, flattopjohn808@gmail.com, and let me help you feature and interview your humble hero. If you like Robert and what he's done and what he continues to do, please click the like button. If you like what we're doing and the direction we're going in, please subscribe to my channel, and you can be notified whenever we find more humble heroes like Robert, and help me to feature your humble heroes by dropping me a nomination. Take care, gang.